Since the launch of Action Man in 1966, it was clear that this new and innovative product was a huge hit. It had already won the Toy of the Year award. However, Palitoy did not want to give competitors a chance to copy their success, and it was time for Action Man to ditch his American look and start to look more British. The 1970 to 1977 period of Action Man is probably the most favourite amongst collectors, and it is often referred to as the Golden Era, and it is so easy to see why. 1970 saw the introduction of realistic or flocked hair. 73 saw gripping hands, and for the first time, Action Man could now hold his kit or even climb. This period also saw some of the most beautifully crafted uniforms from ceremonials, combat kit, explorers, and even saw new vehicles like the helicopter, Scorpion tank and Spartan personnel carrier, to name but a few.
Action Man
and his transport command. Tough, realistic models specially designed for Action Man. They're all action. Just look for the Action Man Transport Command badge. It tells you they're the real thing. You can send off for a free workshop accessories kit by collecting the stars with every pack.
Action Man
Transport Command. Only from Palitoy.
We ran a poll on our Facebook page and asked the members of the Vintage Action Man Collectors Group what their top 5 outfits are of the 1970 to 1977 Action Man line. So join us as we count them down. Number 5. The Blues. The Queen's Household Cavalry is actually made up of 2 regiments who once fought on opposite sides during England's Civil War. The red-jacketed Life Guards are descended from the Cavalier units in that war, and the blue-jacketed Horse Guards from the Roundhead New Model Army, the traditional and modern now side by side making the Royal Horse Guard. This is such a fragile uniform to complete, as often the helmet and spurs are broken. The outfit becomes even more spectacular with the inclusion of breastplates and the full dress horse. Because of its fragile nature, we award the Blues with 4 Rarity Stars. Number 4. The Argyll and Sutherland, the original Thin Red Line. This title was bestowed following the action at Balaclava in 1854, in which this single battalion stood alone between the undefended British Army base at Balaclava and 4 squadrons of charging Russian cavalry. Not only did the battalion hold steady, but for the first time in the history of the British Army broke a large cavalry charge using musket fire alone without having been formed into a square. It was reported that nothing stood between the Russian cavalry and the defenceless British base but the thin red streak tipped with the line of steel, a description immediately paraphrased and passed into folklore as the Thin Red Line. The Argyll and Sutherland is rare and complicated outfit to complete, and we give it 5 Rarity Stars. Number 3. The British Commando. The British Commandos were formed during the Second World War by the request of Winston Churchill. The Commandos' ranks were eventually be filled by members of all branches of the British Armed Forces and a number of foreign volunteers from German-occupied countries. By the end of the war, 25,000 men had passed through the Commando course. After the war, most Commando units were disbanded, leaving only the Royal Marines Free Commando Brigade. The modern Royal Marine Commandos, Parachute Regiment, Special Air Service and Special Boat Service trace their origins back to the Commandos. This basic but effective outfit is a huge favourite amongst collectors, as it ran till the end of the Action Man line. It is not a hard outfit to complete, so we rank the Commando with 2 Rarity Stars. Number 2. Dropping down the charts from its number 1 spot in the painted head poll is the German Stormtrooper. With so many new uniforms available during the Golden Era, it just goes to show you the popularity of this uniform, and we award it 2 Rarity Stars. Number 1. And the number one outfit, as voted by the members of the Vintage Action Man collectors community, is the British Para. The Parachute Regiment was formed on the 22nd of June 1940 during the Second World War and eventually raised 17 battalions in Europe. The regiment took part in 6 major parachute assault operations in North Africa, Italy, Greece, France, the Netherlands and Germany, often landing ahead of the other troops. The outfit saw many variations, but always with its trademark camouflage jacket and green trousers, and ran to the end of the line in 1984. The hardest part of the uniform to find is the maroon berry complete with cap badge. The outfit always commands its money, not because of its rarity, but simply because it is loved by the collectors. We rank the British Para with 2 rarity stars. So there you have it, the top 5 outfits as voted by the Vintage Action Man collectors community on Facebook. Did you agree with our poll? What's your favourite outfit? Leave a comment below. Want to know more about Vintage Action Man? Why not subscribe to our YouTube channel for more upcoming videos? Want to join the Vintage Action Man collectors community? Then head over to Facebook. Until the next video, happy collecting!